didn't matter what's happened before us. It doesn't matter really what's going to happen after us. It was, could we come in here tonight and be 1-0 as a team, as a group, and we achieved that goal tonight. Hats off to Liberty, Coach Gill and his squad. We knew that we were going to get their absolute best tonight. That's just what we knew. They played some very, very tough teams. Virginia Tech that played them down to the wire. So we knew we were going to get their absolute best. But it was so good tonight to see us come away with a win and find a way to win. And this is something that a year ago we had to, our guys didn't know how to win. They're trying to figure out how to win, and we would somehow make mistakes that would put us in inopportune times to be able to win a ball game or pull a game out. But tonight was a chance for us to flip the script, so to speak, and find a way to win. And it was great to have our guys do that, experience that in that locker room right now with these guys sitting at 2-1 for the first time since 2011 is huge. We all know what the James Madison game did to us a year ago. That's something we had talked about many times through the course of the week, that game beat us more times than just once during the year. And for us to come out tonight and to come away with a win and being 2-1, I felt like that this was probably as key a ball game that we've been a part of as a new staff since I've been here. Because it was a game that we needed to win. We must, we had to take that approach, a must-win ball game for us. Very impressed with the way we were playing defensively. This is 3 weeks in a row that our defense has played really well and creating turnovers. Offensively, we're playing good between the 20s and moving the football, but we've got to find a way to put the ball in the red zone, and that's something that's been a problem. You're playing a lot of young guys on both sides of the ball, so we know that we're going to continue to get better. But we're making too many mistakes in the red zone. We're throwing interceptions and creating and causing turnovers, and those are things that you gotta get better at. You can't win big ball games turning the ball over in the red zone. But the highlight offensively tonight, obviously Braden West, 200-yard rushing, the fifth highest rushing output by a running back in school history. And there's been some great ones that's come out of here. And rushing for over 200 yards tonight, so that's great to see Braden West. We needed that. I still feel like that we could have gotten more, but I was very proud of those guys. Rushed the ball for 286 yards, 286 yards, and that was anytime you can do that, you can win a lot of football games. And so I defensively continue to create turnovers, and that's been a big plus for us. We've got to find a way to get points off those turnovers. That's one of the things that's been alarming to us. But again, we'll continue to improve in that area. I thought Xavier Castile had a good night tonight. He had some key catches, and that was really good to see that sophomore have a big time gain in what he did tonight with 6 catches for 49 yards. James Prochet, another one with 6 catches. So that was good to see. We obviously spread the ball around quite a bit, but we've got to put the ball in the red zone, or put the ball in the end zone when we're in the red zone, and that's something we've got to get better at. I told Josh when he missed the field goal there to give us a 2-score advantage. I said, look, man, we're going to need you at some point tonight in this fourth quarter. We're going to have to win this game in the fourth quarter. This is a very, very good Liberty football team that is giving us everything they got. And when you get down in the red zone and all you can do is come away with field goals, you're going to keep people around in a ball game. And when you do that, you give them a chance, and you keep their hope up. And I think if we would have scored 2 or 3 times in the red zone, we were down there in the first half, I think this would have been a different outcome as far as the game would have been over with a little bit sooner than what it was right there to the wire. But hats off to those guys because they made some plays, and to Coach Gill and his staff. So with that, I'll open it for questions.
With Braden, obviously he's been very good before, but what was it about tonight? You guys just kept feeding him, and he just kept breaking those long.
Well, they were playing a lot of cover 2 behind us, and so we had to run the football. And we felt like that we were just a tackle away of having a big play. And so we just kind of felt like, you know what, if Braden he's due. He's gonna break one, and we had to have it. And when we had to have it, when it was he was able to take the ball down and score off the big run that he had. So that was big to have. But and then right there at the end of the game, when we had to have a run to keep the chains moving, he was able to come through on that.
Braden is, I think, your lightest running back, but got a bunch of yards starting inside. What is he able to do that allows him to be effective between the tackles before he then sometimes bounces it outside?
Well, he's got great vision, and he does a good job of when he gets in there to set up his blocks. I still think that there's times he's gonna look at the film tomorrow and probably realize, man, I had a chance to make a few more yards on some plays. There were several times that one guy brought us down, and that's something we take great pride in. We don't want to be brought down by just one guy, but he does a good job setting his blocks up. He's a patient runner, and I think that really works to his advantage. So I was really proud of Braden. Carrying the football tonight 24 times for 224 yards or 220 yards, and I didn't feel like that Kamen Freeman. I didn't feel like that he was quite. I don't know what it was. I don't think he was quite as in tune. Couldn't get into a rhythm as what he's done in the last couple of weeks. Part of that is being young. Jordan Carmouche was a young man that we felt like that we needed a spark with a big back. And it was good to see him get in there and rush the ball for 5 carries for 20 yards, and you'll continue to see him as we move on through the course of the year.
Is Ben progressing in the throws?
Yeah, I think he is. I think Ben is a guy right now that's, Ben doesn't struggle with confidence. He has great confidence in his game. He was struggling throwing a spiral tonight. I don't know if his hand was just wet or what it was. He didn't look as in sync as what he's been in the past. I think that obviously Cortland we drop a ball down the middle of the field that would have probably scored. And when you're in a quarterback and you coach quarterbacks, it's all about confidence. And when a guy gets out of his rhythm and he throws a couple picks, we got to find a way to get him back his confidence. And whether that's short throws, whatever that may be, we've got to be able to do a good job of that. I did think he was pressing some of the throws that he makes. But you know what? In a situation like that, it's good to have a defense that's playing well because those guys are really playing well. And I'm extremely proud of where we are defensively. Offensively, this team is going to get better. We're gonna continue to push because I know what we can do offensively. I'm fully capable of what this football team's capable of doing and scoring points. And it's about scoring when you get in the red zone. Bottom line, that's it. Can you get your team in the end zone when you get in the red zone? That's what it's about. And but again, you know what? We're 1-0 tonight, 2-1 on the year, and that's a whole heck of a lot better than it was a year ago at this time.
What would you attribute, not just Ben's intercept or struggles in the red zone, but just your inability to score touchdowns in the red zone too?
I think there's a lot of pressing, to be honest with you. I think that there's so many we're trying to make the play. Everybody's trying to make the play right then instead of, just let it happen. Just relax. Let's go play. Let's put the ball in our playmakers' hands. And just go through your reads. Don't press. I mean, we have James Prochet open. I believe it was when we underthrew the guy. This is 2 weeks in a row, and I try to, we tell Ben, look, man, you've got to put the ball to the back of the end zone. You can't underthrow guys. Not down there in the red zone. Everything is eye level or above when you get inside the 10-yard line. And that part of being a young guy that you learn. And he forced the ball on our sidelines over there when we were down in the red zone, and I thought it was a pass interference call, to be honest with you, but apparently it wasn't. It was a bang-bang play. But either way, they picked it off and took points away from us, so that's something we've got to continue to work on and get better at.
With Jordan, you were complimentary of him last week and another big game this week. What do you notice is different about him, his attitude, just since last year?
His confidence. It's incredible. I mean, I don't know if I've ever been around a kid that has flipped the switch from one year to another as much as Jordan White has. This guy's playing with unbelievable confidence, and he's playing on all our special teams. There's no doubt in my mind he's playing as good as anybody on our football team right now. and he's got a great feel for the ball. He sees it extremely well. He's extremely intelligent. I'm really proud. This is a tribute. You know, all these guys out there that as you grow and you mature and you get more experienced in your game, whether you're at high school level, college level, whatever it may be, there's something to be said for experience. And he's playing with great experience. He's playing with great confidence right now. And I mean, this is a guy right now that holy cow. I mean, you know, from where he was a year ago to where he is right now. Obviously, he was a safety a year ago. Now moved to corner, and he's definitely one of the leaders of this football team, and he's playing well, very well, and the captain tonight too. By the way, that was pretty cool to see that. But very proud of all those guys, all of our football team. I mean, you know, very easily could have went back to the old way and found a way to lose. But 2-1, first time since 2011 is huge, and we're heading for this football program. Obviously, we got a lot to clean up, but I tell you what, we got a lot to build on too. We haven't played our best ball yet, and that's exciting to me as a head coach.
You talked about how much